Hey guys, and welcome to another First Impressions video. Today we're looking at Siege Survival Gloria Victis, which is a pre-release of a new survival game. It's really interesting, it's beautiful, it's really good. I have had a huge amount of fun playing just through the tutorial already. I'm very excited about this. This is a pre-release of the game, so I think, if I remember rightly from emailer, it's about 50% of the game, so it's roughly about 4 hours of gameplay, unless you cock up or go through different areas or just take your time, etc. It's got some really interesting mechanics on it. It reminds me a little bit of mobile mechanics in some of the things, but without the hours and hours of waiting. It's just the way that you do things. It's very mobile-esque in that, yet it's also got RPG elements and strong story sections as well. So, yeah, I really like it. I love the graphic art style. I love the general graphics of it. Again, this is pre-release, so options-wise, you don't get a lot. It would be nice to have a few more. Namely, an FPS counter or a VSync option. Just general, like, options in general, right? Just more of them. It's nice that you can change your keybinds, although really it's just a point and click. You don't really need to know your keybinds. You don't really need to change anything for that. You can do it all with a mouse. So yeah, it's not bad. Let's jump into it and show you what this game's all about, shall we? Okay, here we are. This is essentially our base. So the story is that you get raided by the Vikings or the Northmen, and you have to survive, right? Your city, your castle, your village, your town, your entire world has essentially just been destroyed. So you've got to basically start from scratch again. You've got to scavenge, you've got to build things, you've got to get what you need, right? And it's done really well. So you've got your little like icons here that tell you all the things you can do. You can slowly walk to them or run to them, and it can show you yeah. Okay, cool. We've got siege engines and other mechanics. So this is technically still the tutorial. It's still walking you through things, right? So yeah, you've got your little stump, which is where you can make your planks and everything else. You craft it, and it shows you that you've got, you've got things coming at you. And then I'm assuming that once the rubble's finished, you've got to start again. Hopefully I don't get destroyed by these siege engines coming at me. The way it works is you can go into the main city at night and go to scavenge, but you're obviously occupied, so you've got to be really careful of not getting seen. You then get different tasks and different quests, and that's where the RPG elements come in, because they will give you options. And what's nice is that these options have consequences, so if you do one thing, it won't give you something else. So, for example, earlier I had a quest where I could choose to take an axe and run away with the axe, or I could help the person in question do the thing that they wanted to do. So I'm trying to not give you spoilers. And I chose to help, which meant that I didn't get the axe, but I got a bag of goodies instead. And, just little stuff like that is kind of cool. You've got your quests here on the left-hand side. And they update as each day goes on. During the day, you will craft and you will make things in your, safe house, and then at night you go and scavenge. If you get wounded, you've got to heal yourself. You get exhausted, you've got different conditions of sadness and things. So yeah, seems that although we push back yet another wave of the enemies, still firm. But what about ours? Right, okay, cool. It flashes at you when you want something to do, and if it's a brand new quest, it comes up with a yellow icon. Could be green. I'm colorblind. You can also speed up the time if you really want to. And then you can just straight up skip until dusk if you've done everything that you think that you've done. You've got the time counter in the top right hand corner. It does come up with a big notification to let you know that you are about to go into the next phase. It saves every day, so every time you go to a day phase, it saves it again. There is a lot still not available in this pre-build, which is completely fair. But this is a good idea of showing you how the crafting works. So it shows you what you need, and then you can build it. And then you can place it down, and you'll go and you'll build it. And this is where it gives me the mobile-esque, because you would have this on, say, Vikings War of Clans or Lords Mobile, where you would do something and then you'd have to wait for the building to finish. Now, it doesn't take days, weeks, months, and years like it does on mobile games, but it does take some time, and that's to really give you a sense of urgency of what you can get done before nighttime or before daytime. And I like that. There is a run feature, but if you run, you tend to make more noise, and that can alert the guards, which means that then they will be on high alert, which will make it more difficult next time. You also can switch between characters, so you can put one to bed if one's been working all day, and then, you know, use the other one to scavenge, or you could... So, I think if you switch to tab, and then you can make him go to bed. So... it comes up with little prompts like that, and that lets you know that you need to do other things. It's quite complex in that there's a lot of micromanaging going on, but honestly, it's in-depth enough with everything else that you can do that I do. I genuinely really like it. I think it's really quite cool. So yeah, it's not too bad. This is the map of where you can go to scavenge the city. So you can open up new areas as you go along, and it gives you a bit of information about what you're going to find in different areas of the rundown city. Like I say, there are some areas that just aren't, you know, open yet and available, which is completely fair. But it shows that there's quite a lot you can do. And it shows that the game really is going to open up. And I like the little RPG segments of it too. So you can move around, and you can hide if needed, which is useful to know. So we're looking for items that will help the soldiers, so we can fend off the next wave and hopefully not die a horrible death. But no, I genuinely do. I genuinely really like this. It's very chill. The soundtrack is amazing. It looks incredible. It's got a lot of interesting sort of mechanics that are constantly like throwing things at you and throwing urgencies at you and stuff that you need to really take into account. So you need to make sure that you've got everything that you genuinely you are limited on bag space as well, so you've got to be very selective over what you take. So if you've got things that you genuinely need, you need to weigh up the priority of those. And again, I like that. I think that's kind of cool. But there you go, guys. This is the first impressions of Siege Survival. I really like it. I'm very, very excited to when the game comes out again. It's done very well. It runs very well. A few more options in the menu. And it would be really cool to see just how far this game opens up. And if you can actually win, like, it doesn't make it clear whether there's a win state, whether you can actually, like, build up your castle enough and build up your reinforcements and build up everything that you need in order to fend these guys off. And even then, it leaves open that if you do that, can you then go and attack them? Can you go out of the castle and actually go and fight back? Or maybe that's going to be a sequel. Who knows? I'm really excited to find out. I'm really enjoying playing this game. I would highly recommend to keep it on your radar. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to leave a comment down below if this is your sort of game or not. Leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys, and I hope to see you all next time. Ciao, ciao.